If you are here now, this is no longer live. I literally just started this and nobody's in here with me. I am gonna wait a few minutes for some people to hop on though. So here's the awkward part of the lives where I just sit here and waste time for a few minutes first. Hey, Ashley. Hey guys. Oh my goodness, I'm tired. Excuse me. Hey. I'm gonna wait just a few minutes. Sometimes I tend to ramble too much, but I'm gonna try to not do that tonight. But I wanted to share something with you guys. It's a method that I am 100% certain that I did not make up. But I didn't learn it from anybody. So I've been using it for quite some time, and I shared it in my glitter group the other day, and I meant to share it in here like a couple of days ago, but I didn't. Hi, Sarah. So anyway, this is, I know that some of you use glitter HTV on your tumblers, and I never have, and I won't. It's way too expensive. So I am obsessed with the peekaboo cups. Absolutely obsessed with them. But there are some times where I want to do a design in glitter, but I don't want to glitter the whole cup just to cover it up. Especially when your glitter is way too pretty to cover up. So I kind of just said, this was before Silly Winks, before any of that stuff. I tried to figure out a way to get designs I wanted without wasting so much glitter. So I came up with this idea. Like I said, on my own. I am absolutely sure I'm not the first one to do it, and I know I've seen other people do it since I started doing it, so it's not new, but I didn't learn it from anybody. So anyway, it has taken my Tumblr designing to the next level, and for a long time I didn't want to share it with anybody because I was really selfish, but I've been doing it for I was doing it before I started this group, actually, and this group was started a little over a year ago. So anyway, I think I have quite a few people in here now, so I'm going to go ahead and hop into it. I'm going to explain what I'm going to do, and then I'm going to do it because I do it kind of fast. And then I'll share some tips and stuff with you guys. And like I said, I'm not the very first one to do this, but I have been doing it for quite a long time. So I've had the chance to tweak it, figure out what works, what doesn't work, and then possibly offer suggestions if you don't like to do it this way. The way I do it, there is one catch to it, and I'll explain that when we get there. But I'm going to explain what I'm doing, and then I'm going to turn you down to the table so you can watch me, because I know that we have a handful of people in here who read lips, who are hard of hearing. So I want them to be able to know what we're doing and then see it, instead of just me talking while I'm doing it and them not really knowing what's going on. So I don't have any tumblers on hand to show you an example like on a tumbler, but very simple, and it's a lot cheaper than HTV, and you can get the exact glitter color you want. The only thing you have to watch for is if the glitter you're using is opaque or transparent, because that matters. So all the glitters that I have set out to use tonight to do a couple of examples, they're all opaques, so it really doesn't matter what color vinyl that I use. So I have just white vinyl, but if you have an opaque glitter, like not an opaque, a transparent glitter. This pink is transparent. So if I were to do it with this, I would probably want to use a piece of pink vinyl to do it. Unless you want it to be super light, you can use white, but the color vinyl you use will affect the color that it turns out if you use transparent. So what I have done is I have already cut, I have a silhouette, I've already cut, I don't know if you can see, I've cut my design on here. This, I'm trying to get it to where you can see that I have my design cut out. Here we go. They're just dinosaur footprints. That's all it is. I've cut it out. I have not pulled any vinyl off this sheet at all. All the vinyl's still on here. I've just cut my design. I've got some dinosaur footprints. I've got this cute little, You're Cracking Me Up. It was originally a onesie design of mine, but I figured it would be a neat one to show you guys tonight. So it's got a little octopus in the center. I just really don't know if y'all can tell. There's an octopus in the center, and it says, "You're cracking me up." And then I've got some feathers. So what I've done is I have cut all of my designs on vinyl. I have not pulled any vinyl off. That's key. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Mod Podge, whatever Mod Podge you want. I use dishwasher safe, so that's what I'm going to use. So, and I'm not really paying attention to comments right now. I'm sorry. So if you ask me something and I miss it, feel free to ask me again, because I'm trying to look down, but I'm trying not to lose my train of thought. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this that I've cut, but I have not weeded anything out of here yet. I don't even know where my weeding tool is, and I need it. Let me go find my weeding tool before I hop into this and get too far into it. Hold on just a second, guys. I cleaned my office, and I don't know where I put my stuff. I really have no idea where I put my weeding tool, so I might just have to use something else. Yeah, I don't know where it is. Okay. Well, so there's that. Okay, I don't know where my weeding tool is, so I'm going to use this guy, this little Captain Hook thing. Okay, so I know a lot of you have trouble with silly winks. Kim, you were saying, so this can really, really change everything for you. So I'm finally going to get to it. Okay, I have my design cut on vinyl. I haven't done anything to the vinyl. I just cut it. That's it. I'm going to take my little sponge brush. You can use a Mod Podge brush, whatever you want to use. Put a very, 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 very thin layer of Mod Podge on your vinyl. And then you're going to put your glitter on top of it, shake the glitter off, and weed just the large outer portion of your vinyl. That's it. And once that dries completely, then you can remove the inner pieces as you pull the pieces off. But we'll get to that in a second, because that's where the catch kind of comes in. And there are ways around it, but I don't like the ways around it because it affects the way the glitter looks and it dulls the glitter. So to each his own. If it works for you, that's great. So I'm going to turn you guys down and give me just a second, because I broke my tripod trying to set up tonight and I don't want to break it even worse. So I'm going to make some noise. I'm really sorry. I hope it's not too loud for you guys. I know I have to turn you guys. Hold on a second. I know you're upside down. Give me a minute. Oh, good gracious. See, I don't know if you can see. I had to tape my tripod just to get it to... Sorry. I'm just really afraid it's going to fall. It's going to be really wonky tonight. Oh, man. Okay. All right, let me flip you guys. Okay, this is not Silly Winks. Silly Winks is essentially it's a double-sided adhesive. And you can cut not all the way through it, but you can just search in the group for Silly Winks. Okay, so I cannot see comments right now. Okay, before I sit down, is this straight up and down for you guys? And you can see right here where I'm going to be working. Can you see right here? This is key right here. Just give me some thumbs up or something, because I can't see comments right now. Awkward with the lag. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and jump into it. So, like I said before, I'm going to take my glue, my Mod Podge. I have not tried this with Loctite. I do not want to try this with Loctite because it's going to make a huge mess. So, I'm going to tell you one more time what I'm going to do, and then I'm going to do it, and I'm going to do it kind of quick. So for this one, let me do a simpler one first. I'm going to do the dinosaur feet first. So I've just got 8 dinosaur footprints right here. I'm going to take my Mod Podge and put it on my sponge brush, and I'm going to do a very thin layer of Mod Podge. I don't want a thick layer on here at all. I want it very, very thin. So get your glitter open and ready. Take your brush, do a very thin layer, and I'm gonna go kind of quick because this is a super thin layer of Mod Podge, and I don't want any of it to dry because I don't do 2 coats of glitter. Whoop. And just cover the whole thing with glitter. You can make sure, I mean, I douse it with glitter, really. All right, then, this is where my weeding tool would come in handy. And then shake all the glitter off. Make sure you do it over paper. That way you can save your glitter and throw it back in your jar. So I'm just tapping the bag to get the extra glitter to fall off. And then before it dries, I'm going to weed just the outside part. So, I don't have a garbage can by me. That's awesome. All right, so what's gonna happen is when these are completely dried, this will probably dry within an hour, easy. But I wait at least 2 hours to guarantee that it's dry before I do anything with it. Because as soon as you move it, your glitter's gonna it's not just gonna crumble off, but you will lose a little bit of glitter as you pull the vinyl up to place it on your tumbler. You can seal these, you can spray seal these, you can seal them with triple thick, you can seal them with Mod Podge if you really, really want to. I don't seal these at all because it dulls the glitter. So as soon as I have this done and it dries, I usually have my weeding tool, I don't know where it is, and I have literally bought like thousands of them. I guarantee you it's easily thousands of them, and they just disappear. But I'll take them, they're like tweezers, and I'll just peel it off and I'll set it on my tumbler. Super easy. I don't have to waste all this glitter doing a peekaboo on the cup and putting that glitter down first. Nothing like that. So that was a pretty simple, you can do hearts, you can do stars, you can do names, you can do whatever designs. Whoops. Sorry. The only catch I said that there was is that you have to place each piece individually by hand. So what I mean by that is once this dries, I can't just take my transfer tape, stick it on there, and move it over. Because the glitter will not let this vinyl come off the backing. It's just not going to work that way. If you've worked with glitter vinyl before, you understand. So you have to pick the pieces off, like I said, with my weeding tools, wherever they are, and then just place them on your tumbler, and be careful to not get glitter on the back of your vinyl because it will affect the way it attaches to your tumbler. So before I take these off, after they dry, I'll take a dry paintbrush and I'll just dry brush it so I get all the extra glitter off and it doesn't go everywhere. Excuse me. Okay, so I'm going to do this again. I'm going to use different colors now. I'm going to use 2 different colors on the same decal, if that makes sense. I'll use 2 different colors on the same cutout. I don't know what to say. I'm going to do the inside first, and then I'm going to do the outside, because here's an octopus in the center. At the top it says your, and at the bottom it says cracking me up. So I'm going to do the octopus a teal color, and then I'm going to do the letters a holographic silver. So I'm going to get my teal ready. I'm going to do one at a time. And I'm going to do a very thin layer of Mod Podge over the octopus only, and then do that color, and then go back and do the thin layer of Mod Podge over the letters. So I have to be just careful enough to not get glue on the letters right now because I'm about to do a different color on them. So I'm going to go along my outside part of the design where the octopus is, where I want my teal. And I'm going to make sure that this is a thin layer. The thicker it is, the stiffer it will be when you try to remove it from the backing to put on your tumbler, and you'll lose more glitter. All right, thin layer, teal glitter. And I will also address the smaller pieces that are inside, like the octopus has an eye patch on. So I'll address how I handle that in just a second. I cannot see comments right now, guys. My iPad is dead, and that's usually how I see comments while I'm doing lives. So if you're asking me anything, I will have to go back after I finish the live and answer your questions. But this live will be posted after I finish, so you can reference it however many times you want to. Okay, so I've done my octopus in teal. And now I'm going to do my words. So I'm gonna just get this loose glitter out of the way. I'm not touching where I put Mod Podge. I need to flip my paper too. Okay, so I'm going to get my glitter ready. And you can do this with chunky glitters. It's a little more difficult. You can use a chunky that's 0.15 if you know the sizes of your glitters. But the chunky ones, like this kind of the 0.4, the 0.65, the more chunkier, it's really not gonna work. So I'm just doing a very thin layer of Mod Podge where my words are. And putting my glitter on. I have not weeded anything. All I have done is just cut my design on the vinyl. Okay. So, if this will work, watch it not work because I'm doing a live, weed just the outside piece. Oh, look, I got his the bottom of the octopus with my silver. Okay, so let me put this glitter up and I will address the things like the insides of the letters, all those pieces, the smaller pieces. I am just making a mess. I'm kind of going a little quick because I have a lot to get done tonight and I keep forgetting to do this tutorial in here. So, okay. As you can see, there's the inside of the O, inside of the R, R-A-P. All of that needs taken out. Don't do it while it's wet, for goodness sakes, because if you try to pull it up while it's wet and you don't pull in the right spot, you're going to remove the glitter and it's going to suck. So, the great thing about these is that you can make them in advance. These are from Christmas. Mermaid Scales. These are the flowers that I use for my floral tumblers. Look, these, my snow globe floral tumblers, my snow globe. This is for my gingerbread house I did. They're mermaid scales. These are my florals. These are my, can y'all tell that my florals are popular? More mermaid scales. So I made these last year. And I still come back and use them. And they're just like this. I do this, once it dries, I'll stick it in a bag and leave it there until I need it. So these are all dry. So let me show you what I do. Let me get a bigger one out since I don't have my weeding tools. Sorry guys, I'm just looking for a bigger flower because it's gonna be, here, I'll just use a truck. I will use a truck. Okay, so for the pieces that have stuff on the inside, this is really where I need my weeding tools for real, y'all. Oh, here they are, yay! Okay, this is my weeding tools. Okie dokie, okie dokie. So, when I have a design that has something on the inside that doesn't come off, like for instance, this little piece, the window piece inside the truck, this is how I do it. I take a dry brush that I'm going to go grab. Okay. I tried to make sure that I had everything for this live. Y'all know me. I just cleaned my office. I don't know where anything is anymore. I seriously have no idea where anything is. I even told my husband not to use it too. Okay, I'm just gonna go grab whatever paintbrush. I don't even care right now. Ah, well, here it is. Okay, so I'm going to grab, I use this Mod Podge brush just because I want to and I like it and it works. So before I pull it off, I dry brush it, get all the loose glitter off because I don't want it flying everywhere when I'm trying to get my vinyl off. I don't want the glitter going on the back of my vinyl because it'll make my vinyl lumpy and it will affect how my vinyl sticks to my tumbler. So, like I said, the only catch to doing it this way is you have to place it by hand. So I don't have a tumbler on hand, but I do have one of these laying around. So let's say that this is my beautiful tumbler that I want to put this truck on. I'm going to take I got these at Hobby Lobby. Maybe like $8, $7 or $8. Pull my design off. I'm going to flip it over. And you can see on the back of the vinyl where it's cut. So you see where you need to pull those pieces off. Pull off whatever pieces you need. And place it on your tumbler. Look at that. Crisp, super ridiculously crisp lines. I don't have to worry about cutting through silly winks too far or pulling pieces off, making sure that I have the right pieces pulled off to do the colors. I just move them over. Sorry, that's upside down. I don't know what's upside down, what's not. I can't see comments right now for those of you who haven't heard. So, ta-da! Just pretty much be sure that you get make sure that you don't get glitter on the back of your vinyl because it affects the way it attaches. Good grief. All right, so that's two different things that I've shown you. I'm gonna do an ombre on this one real quick and then I have got to get, but I will try to come back and answer questions later. These are just feathers and this one place was really thin. I don't know how that's gonna work, if that's gonna work really well, but I'm gonna do a darker purple on the inside and a lighter purple on the outside, but I'm gonna do it really quickly, so I need to get one more sheet of paper because I'm using two colors. So I have two here and I'm gonna move quickly. This is not gonna be like the Kraken one because I'm gonna do an ombre, so I need to make sure that I have two papers set aside so I can move quickly. Okie dokie. So this part's gonna be the dark, this part's gonna be the light for the purples. Same way we did the other ones. And I'm just going to put a thin layer of Mod Podge on the whole thing, but I have to work kind of fast because it's very thin and it will, whoops, went the wrong way. It will dry pretty quickly. So I am going to do my dark. And my light. You really don't want to do more than one layer of glitter because the thicker it gets, the harder it is to move once it's dry and you're moving it to your tumbler. So same as the other ones, going to pull just the outside piece. Well, see, my vinyl ran across this while I was pulling it. That's what you need to be careful of. I'm going to try to touch it up without, you don't want to put too much glue on it while it's on here because you can glue it to the back, the backing. And then it makes it an even bigger mess trying to get it off later. So, when I'm ready to put this on a tumbler, all I have to do is take my tweezers, pull it up, and put it on the tumbler just like I did the red truck. And in here, all the inner pieces of the feather, yeah, there's no way I can see it. I'll pull all of those out when I pull this one piece up, so it'll look like this one, if that makes sense. So there you guys go. You don't have silly winks, you can't find silly winks, they don't work for you, you don't like them, then this is a really good method that you could use instead. And like I said before, I am not trying to say that I made this up, because I'm pretty sure I'm probably not the first one to do it, but I did not learn it from anybody else, and I've been using this for quite a while. I do it for a ton of my really, some of the designs that I'm known for, the floral monograms, my snow globe, my gingerbread house, stuff like that. So pretty much that's it. That's what I wanted to share with you guys. So do with it as you will and have fun with it. New ways to decorate tumblers and hopefully make it easier for you guys. So let me flip around somehow. Give me a second, y'all. Look, there's my fan. Okay, so I can finally see comments. Anything that you've asked me before now I haven't seen. So ask me whatever you need to, because I can see now. Oh my goodness, there are a lot of you in here. There's a lag, so I'm gonna look weird waiting. I don't seal it, no. If you seal it, excuse me, if you seal it and then you wait for the sealer to dry and you pull off the decals, it gets stuck to the backing. You can try it. I don't seal it, I just dry brush and pull it off. It doesn't matter, I use glossy, I use matte half the time, it really doesn't matter what type of vinyl. Meers method. Yes, I do sell glitter. This is like the only spot in my office where I have like this little work area. I have boxes all over. I've got my ink subscriptions packing up. They're not done. I've got glitter orders packed up. What are we doing? We're done doing it. You can go back. Yes, you would add these just like you would a regular vinyl decal over epoxy or a flat surface on your tumbler. So you can use transparent too, and it makes a beautiful stained glass look to it. Hey Heather, we're done. Melody, yes, I do. I am currently sold out, but I do have UV glitter. This is what we did. I did dinosaur feet, and then we did a design with 2 colors, and then we did an ombre design. Look at my beautiful, beautiful blend. Ta-da! But yeah. Epoxy will not make the glitter. This is just like doing glitter on a cup, but you do it on a vinyl, So dry brush the extra glitter off before you pull it from the backing and put it on your tumbler, and it's just like putting your Mod Podge on a tumbler and glitter and then doing epoxy. So super, super easy, simple. And I have sealed with triple thick. It's hard to do it right. If you seal with the triple thick and then you try to weed the big part, it's all stuck together. And then if you try to seal with like triple thick or Mod Podge now, you're gonna glue it to the backing. So really do as you will with it, but this is how I do it, and I've done this for well over a year, and this is the best, most effective way to do it. So how did I get the letters straight? I just cut my decal on my vinyl. I cut it out with my silhouette and then I did the glitter, and then I pulled the big part of the vinyl off. So you're only seeing the parts that I glittered. Tiffany, I am Britches, the letter N, Bo's shop. Yeah, I can put my link later. Oh, how do I keep it straight with no transfer tape? A dry erase marker. Excuse me. I'll take a dry erase marker, and I've seen people use popsicle sticks. That works just fine. But, okay, let's say that I want to put a phrase on this. So I'll probably put it upside down, and I'll stack something up beside it that's the height that I want. And then I don't have a dry erase marker around me, but I'll lay the dry erase marker on here and hold it in place, touch it to my tumbler, and then turn my tumbler on the table so the dry erase marker makes a line. And then I'll place each letter one at a time, and then the line just wipes right off. For the eye patch for the octopus, we do it like I did the truck piece. So, for instance, let me see if I can show you guys without having to flip you over and stuff. These are roses. I have not pulled the inner pieces out. Can you see where they are cut? So I have stuff to pull out on the inside. I'm gonna hold it, and I'm just going to reverse weed. That's essentially what this is. And you try your best to not get glitter on the back of the vinyl where it's sticky, because it will affect how it sticks to your tumbler. And you don't want epoxy getting underneath it. These are my epoxy weeding tools, so they don't close like they should, but you get the idea. So after I pulled out the pieces from the back, here's my rose. And then you'll just stick it to whatever. Stick it to your tumbler. See? So, there you guys go. That's pretty much it. That's all that I have for you today. So, no tumblers tonight, but definitely, if you haven't done this before, it can definitely be a big game changer for you. A lot less expensive than using HTV, and I have never used HTV on a tumbler. I don't see the point in doing it. It's way too expensive. It's way too expensive. So I got like a billion kids. I can't be paying for HTV on a tumbler. I'm just rambling now, so I'm gonna go ahead and hop off here. So anyway, have fun with it. Make some stuff and share it. Make some stuff and share it. So anyway, I hope this helps some of you, and that's it. That's all I have to say.